Cheering and screaming are the norm for college sports, but are college esports the same? I'll take that as a yes. College esports is one of the fastest growing sections of college athletics, with some schools starting to offer full ride scholarships. Chandler Gilbert Community College isn't quite at that level, but it's definitely growing at a fast rate. The club is only a year old and already has over 150 members on the campus, thanks to club advisor Mike Curtis. The members compete in a wide variety of esports, like Super Smash Bros., but the shining example of excellence exists in the club's Overwatch team that already has started to make some noise in state by placing well in a couple local tournaments and is holding their own in the TESPA Collegiate Championship League. One of the captains of the team goes by the in-game name Silverlab.
Our whole dynamic is that we kind of like yell at each other, but at the same time it's kind of an aggressive / cooperative experience.
Silverlab says playing other esports helps him keep loose while taking breaks from Overwatch and gets him to think about the game differently, kinda like traditional two-sport athletes.
You're like trying to get better at a game is to be like, what did I do wrong? Or how could I have done better?
Although Super Smash Bros. Can be complex at times, it gets even more hype when jumping over to Overwatch, and it's much more serious. Club advisor Mike says the team practices like any other sport does.
It's the same thing. We're doing drills in practice, just like you would if you're playing football. You're running the same play over and over again. You're looking at the same maps, you're doing walkthroughs, and you're going and playing. It's really interesting.
Lenny, who is one of the most vocal people on the team, says that Overwatch is the best esport out there.
You immediately get into a team fight that can last up to 2 minutes, and then 15 seconds later the other team respawns. You're right back in it. You're constantly changing and thinking, what's the other team have?
Every Sunday, the CGCC Coyotes play other universities in the TESPA preseason event, usually at the Pure Esports Complex in Gilbert. Today, they get George Mason University and the University of Akron. Their match against George Mason was a methodical stomp from start to finish, with George Mason failing to take a single game. The second match against the University of Akron was the polar opposite of what happened against George Mason. The Coyotes were simply outmatched and outskilled, but did show glimpses of greatness in Game 2 when they were able to keep it close against one of the better teams in the league and forced a tie. But still, they lost the set 1-0-1. A 1-1 record wasn't the result they hoped for, but the outcome was a positive one for this Overwatch team and the CGCC Coyotes Esports Club as a whole. I'm Warren Younger, Cronkite Sports.